Now, I wanted to talk to you today about our brain's incredible capacity for healing, for learning, and for growing, and how we can create our super brain and how we can regenerate that from after our trauma experience. Now, the brain, or our brain, is actually like an absolutely massive supercomputer. It's ready to adapt, it's ready to learn, it's ready to conquer some of our most challenging circumstances. And I wanted to share with you just how understanding this process, understanding how it can happen, can be an absolute game changer for you on your journey towards recovering from whatever trauma you have worked through. So first of all, our brain is extremely flexible, okay? Now, we know from studies shown over the last couple of years that your brain will reduce in size once you've gone through trauma, and it reduces in size, and what it's doing is it's protecting you, because what it does is it protects and it shuts down functionality. So all it's interested in is making sure that you are safe, that you can breathe, that your blood flows. It's not interested in anything else in life. That's why we find trauma recovery so hugely challenging. But your brain is a flexible tool. It's not set in stone. It can rewire itself. It's designed to do that. It's a muscle that allows itself to move through an exercise process, really. And it's called neuroplasticity. And it means no matter what you've been through, the brain can change and adapt. It's also seriously good at overcoming challenges. So whatever you face, whether it's an obstacle or a personal growth or feeling really awful, it is meant and is able to learn to adapt and to embrace change. And that's the most difficult thing that most people find in their post-trauma journey is change. And change has to happen when you are dedicated to trauma recovery. Our program is specifically designed to take you through adaptation and embrace change, mostly to help you get through and strengthen your resiliency, strengthen your courage, because this isn't an easy journey. We know that. And then how do you find your path to healing? You've got to understand that neuroplasticity is an incredibly empowering tool to use, but you've got to know how to use it and in what order, okay? And our exercises, our tools are specifically designed in the right way, and it follows a pattern. It follows start here and end here, that allows you to rebuild your healing path. So what it does is it rewires your brain, but we do it from rebuilding your foundations, okay? The protocol we use is to help you rebuild those foundations. And then you've got to create positive change through learning. That's why I find traditional therapy is stagnant. It takes a long time because there's not enough time to learn in the process. You've got to learn the neuroplasticity. You've got to learn the process. You've got to learn the techniques, but also do the therapy. And that's the only way to do that is contact. That is working with myself and my team over a 4-month period to help you move forward. But actually, the brain is so amazing that it has these states, okay? There's these different states. For example, beta is the alert and focused state. It's actually the state you're using now to listen to my video. Alpha is creative. It creates new ideas. It creates innovation. You actually have to get yourself into an alpha state first before you do therapy. Did you know that? Well, actually, that's what we do in our program, okay? Because to allow yourself to be in an alpha state is where you're going to make recovery much quicker, okay? So your brain is an ally, and it has a start and an end. It has a journey. It likes to go on a journey, but you need to give it what it needs to do. It needs to be able to go through step 1, step 2, step 3, step through, and it will then move itself through your trauma recovery process. In fact, your brain is your greatest asset through this whole process of trauma recovery. You also have to use your brain to stay positive and cultivate resiliency. And you may say to me, oh, Bonita, that's so easy to say. I know that. But you've got to have a set process to help yourself move forward, okay? Because that's how you move through recovery. So using the 4 states, which are delta, beta, theta, and so delta, beta, theta, and alpha, is imperative. You've got to know when you're in that state. You've got to know what you can do to get yourself in and out. And then we have to create the flow state. So flow state means that you take yourself through one state that's not productive. You move yourself into a state that's better, that harnesses the ability to make change happen using the techniques and the tools that we give you. And of course, the group therapy sessions that we run, they are twice weekly. So creating emotional well-being is recognition, it's learning, and it's doing constantly. It's not just going to sit in a therapy session once every 2 weeks. That is not going to work. You are not going to be able to recover from your trauma. If it's layered, if you're struggling with PTSD or complex PTSD, I'm afraid you need a robust system to work on. Okay. There have been some really amazing new recent discoveries in brain science, and I've just spoken to you about neuroplasticity. It's an amazing tool that we use. But have you heard of epigenetics? And this is an amazing, it's not new, it's not rocket science, but it's how your external environmental factors, including, unfortunately, your gene pool, the people that you come in contact with every day, whether it's your family, your friends, your colleagues, and our experiences, and how all of that contributes to how your trauma is manifesting, how it shows up in your day, in your week, in your month, in your year, and how long you stay in this trauma state. So we know this, and in our program, we deal with all of the epigenetics. Each person is different. Our therapy is bespoke. We deal with you as an individual, and because I know each person so well, and my coaches know you so well, you're able to make progress really quickly, okay? And it's really, really important that you follow a structure when you are recovering from trauma. So including neuroplasticity, epigenetics, personal growth, all of that is needed. And a very personalized approach and a real understanding of your individual resiliency will help you to move through trauma and face your trauma, because that's the first step, right? The first step is facing that you've got trauma, facing that you can't do this anymore, and facing that you need to work with someone who understands it, okay? So if you're interested to know more about that, I will, at the bottom of this live today, I will put the link to our masterclass and a link for you to book a call with me if you feel that this is something that you can't live with and you want to do. So I look forward to hearing from you. I'll be live in the group again, hopefully next week and the week after. We are following in our actual trauma recovery program. We're following the super brain and how to unleash our super brain. It falls alongside our therapy, our TheraCoach sessions. So hopefully you'll learn about stuff that you may not have or heard about or know about. So have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.